Do you know that Faith would have actually won? Yeah. I got an information from a very right source. Like, before what happened, Faith was already cruising in the pulling whatever. It was already pulling far, even ahead of Missy. But this thing happened. But let me tell you one thing. There's a post I posted. I posted about his disqualification, and a lot of you are saying things that, oh, that the guy is proud, he's this and that. Let me tell you something. You see, Sultana exaggerated what happened. We watched the video. I'm not going to say what Faith did was okay. He shouldn't have treated her that way. But me, if you ask me, I'll say it wasn't that deep. Honestly, everybody knew Faith was too overly playful. He was too playful. Some people say he insults people. He doesn't have respect. If you look at him, he's almost like one of the best. Well, let's say he has empathy. He feels for people very well in the house. If you've been watching diary sections, I've watched his diary section. I've seen him, relate with Biggie. Tell him even things that when other housemates comes out and they watch the videos, they'll be shocked at Faith. Faith is you can't compare Sultana to Faith. That's the truth. You can't compare Sultana to Faith. And I know Sultana will regret this thing forever and ever. She exaggerated, if you ask me, for what? She was telling Jay that she's suspecting that she had internal bleeding. Hey God. Internal bleeding for that thing that happened. Peace to being alive, huh? Internal bleeding for what? We watched what happened. I know why. See, Faith wouldn't have done what he did. Wouldn't have, pushed her the way he did. But then, now let's talk about Sultana. Sultana said, you two push the thing go far. Which one is internal bleeding? What is internal bleeding in this thing that he pushed you? But the thing is, he already had 2 strikes, right? Before that happened. And that is it. We also had something that he refused to stay in the hotel that was provided for him to stay by MultiChoice. That he refused. He was angry. He refused, that he was threatening that he was going to sue them and also sue Sultana as well. We know all of those things is, I believe it's out of annoyance, provocation, and all of that. But then the truth is, let's now come to reality. Forget the fact that we love Faith so much. Would have wanted him to win. Looking at how he was cruising so far, right? In the task, that guy is a very good, he's a very good, competitive human being. Now, looking at all of that, let's put it aside. Faith, you will have to change. If you can see my videos, you will know that I've been doing videos from, let's say from a month or thereabouts. I've been rooting for you to win the show based on intellect, right? Now, that was too far. Sultana is a woman, right? And no matter what the society has pushed the world to be or anything, the woman is not as strong as a man. You understand? You wouldn't have pushed her that hard. I know you would have still apologized after everything. You would have still gone to apologize. But this now will make people feel like you're very insensitive. You know how women look at things, they'll start seeing it as if, you are very abusive. Now they'll start calling you misogynist. Now they're going to start calling you narcissist. They'll call you so many things that you are not. Now, it's very, very good to actually do an apology. Do an apology video, apologize to people, apologize to your brand. You are still very, very marketable out there. Just do the apology and then move on with your life. I know you'll be so pained. I know you would have cried. I know a lot of people would be disappointed. I know your parents will not be happy by what happened, but it's time for you to go apologize to them. Tell them sorry. Tell them you will never do this again. Promise to be a good person. And everything will fall in place. I know you don't have the intention of going into entertainment. I know. But then you have to really do this for your brand, right? As a medical doctor that you are. Some people will be skeptical. This kind of person that is like this. Are you sure he's not even going to you get as, patient feel like that now? You go just show your give a damn bit. You understand? So people have a way of really thinking, But I know that beyond the whole Faith we watched, it's very empathetic, honestly. Sultana, say you too exaggerate that thing. Sultana exaggerated this thing. And to be honest, Sultana, I don't see you in top 3. Yeah, I don't see you in top 3. Without this, you would have actually gotten to top 3. if this thing was managed well, we would have gotten to top three, to be honest, because that guy was already cruising in top two. And the way you would have managed this thing would have helped you get to at least top three. But you didn't manage it well. You started saying you had internal bleeding. Internal bleeding, for peace to be lie. Let me say it again. Because of God. Kinawa Allah and Nabi. How about Allah? Internal bleeding. How do you mean internal? Do you know what it would take a human being to have internal bleeding? Do you know it? Do you know the kind of accident or the kind of hitting that you will have to hit to have internal bleeding? Sultana, how about Allah? You'd have gone through big things. So many things you said. You know, you've been married before. You said you've gone through this. This one now that they did to you is what made you lie down on the floor. You guys, I saw the way she did this thing on the floor. She was the one that really went back like that too. It's not that this guy did anything like that to her. He just pushed her like this. It's not like he went to do like, no. Anyways, we know a lot of people have a way of not tolerating people. They can say, oh, this and that one, especially when they see that person is a threat. Because to be honest, after that guy won that car that day, people started getting angry with him for no reason. Even men, son, everybody. The guy started provoking people for no reason. People started getting mad. Any small thing, hey, he don't do like this, oh, hey, he don't do like this. Hey, I started seeing some kind of thing, and I'm like, wait the game. Some of these things emanated from envy, because if you notice the time he was even disqualified, I expected housemates to even cry. Nobody shocked. Nobody. His only color that was like, you understand? His only color. Every other person just stay quiet. It means that they were already seeing him as a competitor. They saw that guy would have won the show. That was why what happened, right? But the truth is, I know he has large fans, and I don't know what his fans will be doing. I know his fan base now will get mad. Now let's think of who his fan base should go and vote, apart from Imisi, that is his competitor, and apart from Sultana. I think his votes now should be given to his friend. Yeah, Dede. You know, he has already had this, conversations with her, right? And a lot of things. In fact, Dede started becoming close. Even though I was not happy with Dede, because when they disqualified him, I didn't really say anything. Dede said, really shake like that. But people should just give it to Dede. Instead of just sitting and not voting, let's just vote Dede instead of Imisi or any other person, right? Yeah, we know right now Imisi is already cruising on top one, but there's nothing you can do. Please do